So I've always been making music, you know, in some form or another. I'm a creative person. I have a kind of an eclectic palette. So when I was first introduced to music production, you know, with my cousin, I was kind of good at it out the gate. So I was like, you know, stick with this because it's fun, I enjoy it, and I'm good at it. It was a fun process. You know, some might consider it a long process, 2 years or so. It seems like a long time, but it really isn't in the grand scheme of getting things done. You know, it was a fun process. It was good to like work with artists that I look up to. You know, people that I listened to them for a long time. I value them, so it was good to get that working with them. So yeah, it was a long, you know, took some time, took some effort, but yeah. I mean, as far as this specific project, I would say, you know, the Neptune's Clones album would be the closest thing to something like this, you know, or maybe like Chronic, 2001, which if you look at the cover, that's kind of what my cover is based on, Chronic 2001. And, you know, these producers, Dr. Dre and Pharrell, they didn't just pick songs or pick artists, they curated the whole entire vibe. You know, produced it, brought these people together. You know, every one of these songs, you know, my co-production partners, you know, I curated every piece of this, every verse, every hook, you know. So I would say Clones or Chronic 2001 would be the projects that might be something in this kind of realm. I would say shout out to, you know, all the artists on the album. Make sure you check it out so you can kind of hear who some of them are. You know, and my boy Ninja Nicest, make sure you check out Ninja, you know, super dope MC. And there's a lot of guys out there, man. You know, art is thriving right now, and I mean it always is. You know, creative outlets is always going to be big. So there's always a lot of artists. I wish I could work with everybody. You know what I mean? And you know, maybe I will. The pandemic kind of showed who loves it, who really is about it, because you had all the time in the world. Producers had all the time in the world to make music. Nobody had anywhere to go or anything to do. So if you didn't create, it might not really be for you. You know, and that's nothing bad about that. But a lot of people, them doing it every once in a while, or them like kind of pretending and stuff, they can almost lie to themselves and say that they're really about it, because they can say I do it as soon as I get free time. You know what I mean? Which is scarce, so they can kind of justify it in their minds. But the pandemic was like, you got all the time in the world. What did you do with this time?
You can't stay with me. Hard work and hustle, baby. This no recipe. Long nights I had to struggle. You wasn't next to me. I just tell it all. I don't need no therapy. I just talk to God. He keep chasing me.
Make sure you tap in with me on the Eddie Deuce on all platforms. Shout out to Keri's Korner for tapping in with me. Much appreciation. Y'all go check out Keri's Korner.